So that's good.
The stream keeps pausing.
Yeah, it's making me sign in again. So you're casting it under WarHQ, hey?
Yep, it's live now.
Yeah, okay, cool. Mine's still catching up to speed. So what are you going to work on first? Custodes?
Yeah, I'm gonna just finish the detailing on these and then move on to some Death Guard.
Okay. It's a pretty instant team, that one, isn't it?
Kind
I think you've got nearly every Death Guard miniature ever made.
of.
Besides the old ones.
No, there's still a few that I'm missing, but I'm. Yeah.
Do you want to pin a comment which just explains what's going on, maybe? Like,
Yep.
you know, like the small camera is just blah, blah, blah. And then just links to the just channel, I guess. Well, channel already comes up, doesn't it?
Yeah, they're on the channel.
But yeah, you know what I mean? Everyone's got the Ronas, so they won't be thinking straight.
Every time you alt tab, it pauses the stream.
Sorry?
Every time you alt tab, it's pausing the stream.
My stream pauses.
Yeah.
Is it alright now?
Yeah, it's back now. It's just it keeps dropping in and out. It's fine.
I actually just loaded up Facebook. That's all.
Yeah, it's paused.
It's paused.
It's paused.
I will take away Facebook. Tell me when it works again.
Oh no, it's back. It's just it keeps coming in. As long as you don't alt tab to another thing for a lengthy amount of time.
Oh jeez. That's going to be annoying.
You're going to do any gas lands or just last days?
Just last days. I don't have any cars prepared at the moment.
Yeah.
So I've got 2 teams painted, and then I've got a third one to work on, and then also like literally like another 20 zombies to paint. There's heaps.
I actually can't pin.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't allow me to pin it. That's fine.
Anyway, it says it there anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you saw those cars that I sent through the other day, right?
Yeah.
Where did I put them? The ones that I reckon you could mount guns on the side. Those ones?
If you're showing me something, I can't see anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, well, if anyone's watching. Got 2 of those blue ones. I'm thinking about mounting some type of weaponry down the side. So, anyhow.
Yeah, cool. You've got a few cars now. You need to get on that.
Well, I bought a hobby vice to put onto the desk, but yeah, the hobby vice only I'll say about an inch worth of space for the clamp to go on, and this desktop is actually probably an inch and a half thick, so I've got to try and screw something to it so I can mount the vice onto it.
Like a Top Gun, sorry. I'm just trying to think what your car looked like.
It's like a sidecar. Well, it's a
sort of flat.
It's full car, but like basically it has.
I'm having a look at it now. It's blue.
Yeah, the blue one.
You posted it in Discord. I've got to be able to look at it. Yeah, what are you going to put a gun beside the driver?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, okay. Oh, that's easy. You just have like a mounted thing. You're going to make it like Michigan or something.
Yeah.
To press play occasionally just to see if you started painting anything. I'm still setting up.
No, just struggling at the moment with the positioning of the camera because I have to paint on the side.
Alright. I'm going to get started then.
Yeah.
I don't think we've got anyone watching, but that's alright. Not that I can see.
Yeah.
We should really post it online, otherwise you probably won't get anyone.
I'm still struggling with setup.
I can share. So my thing will probably pause and fade out as I try and do things. Yeah, you're right about the camera. Mine's getting hot red.
Is it? Shit.
You keep fading in and out again, man.
Yeah,
The sounds.
I think that's actually your internet.
It just keeps like you say something and then it just sort of fades out halfway through. Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious I need new internet stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put a couple of posts on. Has your Facebook interface totally changed?
I don't use Facebook.
Yeah, well, mine's like totally different now. It looks like a totally different program. They've done some update on it or something.
Yeah. Did you see
Alright, just put one on last day's site. I'll put one on one of the WarHQ ones. Not WarHQ, what am I saying? The Kill Team, that's what that game's called.
Did you see that Games Workshop have got well, they were spoofing their Twitch channel as well?
Oh, really? No, I didn't see that.
I think Macrobat actually talked about it, posted it.
Yeah, okay. Post this one on the skirmish community one, that's the bigger one. You painting yet? I can't see anything.
Yeah, I'm paying.
Oh, okay, cool. Suppose we could have called it Roners for Loners, the channel.
Yeah. This is so weird painting on this angle. Usually, like, I'm full straight, but because I have to be to the side, it's weird. Like, my light source is all buggered as well.
Oh, can you see it all right?
Yeah, yeah, I can see. It's just a lot of things are in shadow.
Yeah, I've got my camera's kind of sort of where I paint, so it's going to be interesting. I'll see how I go when I start. All right, put some stuff on Facebook. See how that goes.
Oh, that sucks.
So,
Just drop the mini.
hey, you know what's good? This little plastic paint palette I've got. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, yeah.
You can just add water to it and it stays pretty wet if you want it that way.
Hey,
Okay. Paint will be a good first step. Yeah, I forgot to put like a varnish on the models for last days, all the metal ones.
yeah,
And the kids and I have been playing it all weekend.
yeah.
So now they're all chipped. You there, Scott?
Yeah, I'm still here.
No.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, you're just not saying anything. That's just something.
I'm painting.
Hey?
I'm painting.
Oh, okay. You can't do both. That's the idea, isn't it?
Oh, well, no, I'm talking, so I can do that.
Got to talk and paint. It's just a bit dull.
Yeah, did you see what I said the other day? Like yesterday, about the command points and how the idea being that you only get that extra command point from your leader if your leader is within a specific range of enemy. So it stops people from just putting like a 3-point model in the back of the board.
Oh, okay. Give it a go, I guess. Or it should be at least within range of models you're trying to lead, hey?
Yeah. Or still keep it the extra 1 point, but if the leader is right up front, they get an extra point or something like that. Just some type of like bonus for putting your leader out there on his like in the line of fire.
Yeah, you could give it a go. Can you on my screen? Can you actually see me painting, or is it not even caught up yet?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, cool. That's all that matters. I can't see it, so I don't know. Because when I was trying to watch it before, it was bloody so far behind. It wasn't funny.
Only watch OBS to make sure you're in frame.
Yeah. Yeah, so what I was saying before is you really got to varnish these metal models. You forget how. Because when we played last days with the nephews over the weekend, it they pretty much rubbed a lot of the contrast paint off.
Yeah, I found the contrast paint does that a lot. Like that, I did a lot of those heretics on that day in contrast, and yeah, they were disgusting after that one day's play. But everything else is fine. It's just the contrast.
Yeah. No, they're really got to be varnished. Yeah, we had heaps of fun, hey, with the last day's game. Really cool. Look, if I could not bump the camera, that'd be good.
Yeah, it's the best time for this. It's like let's teach the kids how to survive in a zombie apocalypse. Because it's just around the corner.
But what they realised was just wait till I did some mad dash to a point, and then they'd Uzi me to death. It's pretty funny, hey. Like it's pretty like cinematic. It's kind of like Gaslands, where you can sort of really. It's more narrative driven. The rules are kind of fairly basic, but yeah, you really get taken out easy. There was one we played where we were playing. I forget what it was called, but basically you've got to get to a vehicle and get away. But we played it with 3 teams, and it was just hectic because every noise thing you make brings 2 zombies, not 1.
Yeah.
So it just really built up on us. Ended up with like about 25 zombies on the board, just like attacking everyone, like just totally mobbing us while trying to start this video. It's pretty good. It's more the characters that make it fun, like because they sort of level up and get injuries and stuff. So I had one chick. Her entire achievement for 2 games was she tried to do this mad dash to a resource point, and then she got mowed down by the leader of one of the other groups, and then she was traumatized, and then she couldn't move as fast, and she'd like freak out during combat trauma. So she was pretty useless from then on. It was pretty funny though. Mad Max has kind of like a black top, like he's sort of all in black, like faded black, isn't he?
Yeah, black leather.
Like leathers. Because I've got this miniature that I'm painting at the moment. He's kind of like a Mad Max ripoff. It's gonna, if I do it all in black, it's gonna be quite dull, but it's kind of what he has though. That dusty black leather coat. Yeah, I think half the thing with the Last Days is it's the funniness of the stories you create around your characters. Like that's what makes it, because you kind of get attached to them. You know what I mean? Not like Kill Team where you just sort of they're just always the same and you shoot them and they die and then you bring them back next game.
Oh,
That campaign kind of thing is what's kind of cool.
yeah. I think I've talked to you about it before. State of Decay 2, the game. It's somewhat the same. Like you have a group of survivors that basically you'll wander around this town that's been abandoned, it's like plague ridden and all that sort of stuff, finding survivors and like, oh, come back to my base, and basically you just build up your base and constantly going out scavenging and that sort of stuff. But seriously, you put one of those characters into like mortal danger, and like you yourself are like panicking, like I'm not losing this person. I've put so much effort into this person, and they die. There's no getting them back.
Is that a computer game?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's how it sort of plays. Is because, yeah, you know, you're like, oh, this, you know, this character is really cool, but, and then you do it, and then you just sort of forget.
Yeah. The game's got some really interesting mechanics. Like when you're scavenging, right, you can do it somewhat silently, that things around you can still hear you, but if you want to get in and out as fast as possible, you can actually start forcing the cupboards and that sort of stuff, which will make more noise, which attracts more things. Then it just gets crazy sometimes.
Yeah, see, Last Days has what they call a menace phase. So like which is cool. It happens before your normal turn and your shooting and all that crap. In the menace phase, basically, anyone who makes noise like from shooting or running and all this stuff, you get noise tokens through the last turn. And then what happens is you roll at the beginning of the turn in that phase, and zombies can be attracted to the closest board edge of where that character is. You roll for everyone who made noise. Okay. And then you also, in that menace phase, you also roll for ammo as well. So like you can run out of ammo, you get ammo token. Each weapon has a different ammo rating. So if you run out of ammo, then you've got to reload, to actually shoot in that turn, which makes it really cool too, because you constantly run out of ammo and it sort of interferes with what you had planned. You know what I mean? But sometimes you can run out of ammo. You've only shot once and you just stuff your roll up, and you run out of ammo. But and then the zombies move before you move, which means you have no chance to try and escape them. Like if they've appeared because of your noise, the zombies then automatically move, and then get onto you basically. So then you've got to make like a courage test to be able to like break free from the zombie thing, or otherwise you're sort of locked in combat with them for that round.
Okay.
So it's quite a cool sort of dynamic, and they build up on you pretty quick. And it stops you from like sitting up the back of the board and like just shooting and that. Yeah. Because if you're just going to do that, then you can get zombies. You know, if you luck out and the zombies like spawn right next to you because you're beside the end of the board, and they'll literally spawn on top of you. So it stops a bit of that sniping mechanic. What kind of brush to use on your contrast is a pretty big one.
Yeah, I'm just currently using.
Like this one's huge that I use. It's really good for dabbing on.
I'm using one of the ones I got from Japan recently. It's a flat one. I don't know. I've started using these brushes that I got from Japan because.
What's that?
I don't know. The brush is just amazing.
No, I can't hear you again.
Yeah, the brushes are amazing. They just hold their shape. like far longer than any other brush that I've used.
Are they those hexagonal ones you got?
No. These are crap. What's the? Hang on, I'll have to find out what it
Are you
is.
talking? Because it keeps
Yeah.
cutting out.
Yeah.
I only half hear you.
Hang on, I'm gonna find out what these brushes are. They're from a company called Mr. Brush, so
Oh, okay.
they have a very simple name. So they're a PBT brush. I'm just gonna find out what the hell that means.
I just get mine from art supply shops. They're not great. I mean, they tend to roll up on one side all the time.
I'm not even gonna pronounce this, but like it's polybutylene. I don't know. It's pretty much what the bristles for a normal paintbrush for painting a house and that sort of stuff.
Oh, okay.
But they're really fine, like the bristles.
Isn't it normally Taclon and nylon or some shit? Like I can't remember. One's like a plastic fiber thing, and the other one's sable. That's the other one. Sable. That's the word I'm looking for.
Well, sable's a natural.
Yeah.
And I prefer those, but they, the tips of them will go after a while.
Yeah, where I've got my light set up is a bit shit. Sort of on the wrong side of the camera. But...
Ouch. Yeah. Okay, this song should be skipped.
Oh, you are playing music, aren't you, in the background?
Yeah. The song's from Brain Bombs and it's called Die You. Yeah.
Nice.
And all I can hear is him just like screaming that over and over again.
Have you I don't know if anyone's actually seen it yet, have they, this thing?
What?
I haven't seen anyone. What we're doing now. I don't know. I haven't seen anything. Mine could be wrong. Oh well, we'll just paint. Easy.
Yeah, live streaming's a very boring.
Everyone's probably getting murdered by real zombies.
Oh no, by
trying to get toilet paper.
Yeah, by boring I mean it's boring for the streamer, because you unless like someone's saying stuff, you're pretty much doing whatever you're doing, and
no, that's all right. It's just a test anyway. Now I've got to wait for these things to dry. Might work on a few at a time, I think.
Yeah, I'm doing that, and I'm also regretting doing it.
Yeah, well, I'm going to have to fix up all those wear marks on those ones from the weekend as well. I'll just say that, like, Black Templar contrast is like the best paint ever invented.
Oh, yeah, after you said that, I bought it, and then I got home and I realized I've already got this.
Oh, yeah, right. It's literally the most useful one ever. You can use it as a black ink even. You know, it's just awesome.
It's true. I'm gonna do this. I just started on one of the Death Guard ones I've got, but it's so fiddly at the moment, and the way that the camera and lights positioned, it's impossible for me to do. So I'm gonna jump back onto this Terminator, the
Are these the ones you got from Japan?
No, I haven't primed those ones yet.
Yeah, okay.
These Terminators are I forget the name of the character. I don't think it's Typhus.
Oh, it's an actual character.
Yeah, well, the one that I'm doing at the moment is I've already done the other Terminators. This one's more just a commander type thing.
Wow, yeah, I'm just looking at these miniatures now. Like, just all that. It's really rubbed off that black contrast. I'm gonna have to really get onto varnishing these and finishing them properly. I kind of just speed did them for the weekend. Wow, everything's rubbed off. Damn.
I'm trying to remember how I did my my Death Guard.
Yeah, that's the problem when you come back to something, hey, after a while of not painting it, you made this amazing scheme and then you can't remember how you actually did it. I do that all the time. And you gotta reverse engineer it. Just not organised enough to write things down.
Well, I'm fairly sure I started with Plague Bearer Flesh Contrast. And then when that dried, I went over it with the Death Guard green, and I pretty much came up with the exact same color as what the sprues were, and it's like, great. But it was a good base to start working with.
Just realised if my phone rings, I'm in all sorts of trouble.
I thought that this morning as well.
You what?
Stop streaming, which is fine. But OBS will still be watching for it, so when you start it back up again.
I can't hear you, man. You just...
Yeah. So OBS will still keep going. So I'm fairly sure your phone will go to phone mode. So when you finish, when you finished, it'll just drop back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it looks like I'm just going to be fixing stuff for this first bit.
Kind of in the worst position for if I need more minis, it's actually in the box that's underneath my camera.
What was the first bit, sorry?
I'm in the worst position for if I need more minis.
Oh, okay. I've got them all around. Everything's around me. Most table, just in case.
Well, I've got like 6 or 7 in front of me, so I'm not going to go through that many.
Yeah, you'll be right.
Lost your camera.
You there?
Camera's back.
Yeah, sorry. It's every time I open up Facebook, I was just seeing if it working. Yeah, it's kind of awkward. You don't know what's going on with the YouTube, like there's people watching or not, or I've got no idea. I'm just blind. But yeah, kind of seems if you don't speak directly into your thing, I don't hear it 100%.
Yeah, that's the type of mic it is. Hang on, I'm gonna try and move the mic in a second.
You just put it close to your face, maybe. Like, because I'm using the blue ice, it's just sort of sits there and seems to be alright.
I'm gonna have to look at some reference shots for this miniature. Oh god.
For what?
There's some reference shots for this miniature because I'm unsure. He looks like he's got a fur cape, but it's a Death Guard. They wouldn't have fur.
Might. I don't know. I was thinking I had this idea for a Death Guard theme. You know how like everyone does them the same, kind of that green and stuff. I really like the idea of making them really white and pale, and then making them all snow.
Yeah, I couldn't find the picture of it. Someone did them in Skeleton Horde.
Mm-hmm.
So they just did a Korax white undercoat and then just lathered Skeleton Horde straight over the top of them. It looked amazing.
Yeah, I was thinking that's what on their armor. You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking, like a really icy snow theme to the Death Guard if I was going to do them. That's how I'd want, because everyone does them sort of the same, and which looks awesome. But like, be good for some different things.
Well, I tried to do mine a little bit differently by making them more rusty than the pure green.
Yeah.
It looks it makes them look really dirty, which is like, they're not the pure green that they normally are, but I don't know, the rusty just gives them more of a unique feel to that whole green armor thing.
Yeah, it's just still drying. Good thing with these zombies, man, it's kind of funny. You can make them however you want. Like, as far as their clothing and stuff goes, like, I did like a sort of tartan shorts on one of these zombies. It looks pretty. And one's in like pajamas. I got another one in like running gear with like Nikes on, like white sneakers.
I'm gonna have to send you the trailer for Dead Island 2.
We were watching one last night. It's like a Chinese one, I think.
Oh yeah, Kingdom?
Kingdom, that's the one. Yeah, have you seen that?
No, I wanted to watch that.
It's actually pretty good. We watched a couple of episodes last night. Didn't mind.
Yeah, no, Dead Island's an old... well, it's sort of old. I'd say 7 years old, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a 7-year-old game based on like... basically this zombie plague happens on this island type thing. And I forget what happened to it, but it went into development hell with the sequel, and they released a trailer saying, "Oh, this is coming up" and that sort of stuff. And the trailers for these games have always been amazing. They put you right into the feel of what the game is. And this second one that they did was so much of a play on like just like, oh yeah, the last one was serious, but this one's now going to be like sort of serious but sort of like comedic. And I forget exactly what happens, but I'm fairly sure it's of a guy that starts running. He puts his headphones in and starts running, and you're following him while in the background you can just see all hell breaking loose and zombies everywhere. And I think by the end of the clip, he has turned into a zombie himself.
Oh, okay.
As much as I like birds and that sort of stuff, I so want to take an airsoft rifle to these crows that are outside.
Oh, really?
Just to scare them away from here. They're, like every Sunday, like no other day, Sunday, they're here.
You couldn't handle waking up here then. It's like from 5 a.m. in the morning, it's just freaking kookaburras and everything. Just going full call.
That's fine. It's just these crows. Like they're just getting to me. They're like, you're just sitting there going, I know you're the smartest bird out there, and you're currently here. What are you up to?
Plotting your extinction.
Oh, they're definitely up to something.
It's like that Rick and Morty episode with a squirrel. You seen that one?
Is that a new episode?
I think newish. The squirrels, they're plotting like the domination and takeover of humans. But then they make this machine that he can hear the animals, and then he hears this like secret plot to take over humanity from squirrels talking in a tree. And then the squirrels realize that he heard them, and then they all come and like take him over and kill everyone. Pretty cool.
I don't think I've seen that episode.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I can't remember what season it's on. I don't really. People then come to me and I watch them. I don't really watch TV.
Okay, I'm gonna try and move this mic now.
Yeah, I'm realizing because I'm right-handed, I should have orientated the microphone and everything the other side. Everything's in my way.
That's kind of the issue that I had with the magnifying glass. It's like I have to have the magnifying glass coming over a certain way because my left forearm is usually at the position where the magnifying glass arm sits.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Wow. It sounds like the scuba diving under the water, man. Should really do Mad Max in Ozcam. It's American shit.
Is that better now?
Yeah, I can hear.
I got Ellie yapping at me as well.
Whoop. Just gonna message saying my phone temperature is too hot or something.
Jesus.
That's not good. I suppose I got the light right next to it as well. Yeah. Now I'm casting massive shadows over it. Good one. How good is that Nurgle's rot paint too? You can just use it on anything. Bit of slime here and there.
I've started not using it at all. Actually, I only use it on the boils and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, with all of this Corona news and that sort of stuff, I've just been wanting to play more and more of The Division.
What's that? Computer game?
Well, when I say it's a Tom Clancy thing, it's not actually like he. From what I can gather, it was from his notes, and not actually a book that he wrote. But it's all about like basically viral attacks on different cities in the US and that sort of stuff. And you're dealing with the aftermath. And the Division is a group of civilians that were trained so that if everything went to shit and there was no government and that sort of stuff, they would step in and start trying to bring back some type of law and that sort of stuff.
Okay.
The first game's based on a guy that they call it the Dollar Flu because he put the virus on a $1 note and put it into circulation, and then everyone just started dying from it.
Okay, be back in a sec, Scott.
Yep.
Just keep rolling. I'll just come back.
Yep. Try this one again. So many spikes.
Back. Sorry about that.
All good. The white contrast. White contrast. The white undercoat actually causes chaos with my camera.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. Just glare, basically.
What's that? Corax white?
Yeah. Just there's too much glare coming off the light. It's good to know though, so I can fix it for later.
Yeah. So what do you reckon? The only cure to my internet to get a better upload?
Yeah, but I don't think you'll be able to where you are. So when you move that.
Yeah, well, it might be worse for a move because I'm going more rural. So
Uh,
I'm gonna have to get like a satellite, I think, where I'm going.
oh yeah. Sorry, I thought you were just talking about Brody.
No, no, no. They don't have NVM there anyway when I go back there.
Yes, just don't take the blue things. We need the blue thing.
What are you going into the Matrix?
No, I was playing Minecraft with Ellie yesterday, and I just saw this giant island, and I was like, hey, you know what? Like, I could build a castle on top of that island. So I started leveling out the top of the island, because it's kind of a game for me at the moment where I need to find a way to build something for myself so I can basically put all of my stuff in it so she doesn't get it, because she just raids my places and steals everything of mine. So yeah, I start basically leveling off the top of this island, and all of a sudden I discover this treasure chest in the middle of the in the rock, and I'm like, what the hell? And it contains had chainmail armor and this item called the Heart of the Ocean or something. And I was just like, just bizarre, like that I wasn't even looking for a treasure chest and I found a treasure chest.
Yeah, right. My nephews are obsessed with that game.
It's good for a therapeutic type thing where you can just play it and just don't care.
I think I'd rather paint minis or something.
Oh,
It's my
yeah, painting minis
leisure
is
time, but yeah.
yeah, painting minis is the exact same type of thing that you can just get lost in it. And you just don't.
Yeah, I kind of do it in the evenings just as a bit of a relaxation after working. So it just tones me down.
I'm in trouble actually. Well, I'm not going to run out anytime soon, but if I do any more Death Guard, which I definitely have some, I'm going to run out of this Plague Bearer flesh.
Oh yeah. Well, on my Orc force, I use so much of that Templar Black, like for their pants and all the details of the weapons and shit, that I'm onto my third one of those, I think. Just smash it. Alright.
I've actually got other, like the Templar Black I'll keep, but I got a random other one that I found that I've got a duplicate of that I'll throw your way, because the color was just like, I'm never going to use more than a pot.
What is it, a dark black color? Or?
No. I'll double check what it is in a second. It was just a random color, like a blue or something. And I was just like, why did I buy two of this? Oh, I'm trying to think what other shows we're watching at the moment.
I've been watching Altered Carbon, the second season.
Did
Just
you know?
finished that.
Did you know there's an animated version as well?
Oh, that'd be pretty good.
Like different story. Just I think it's just an offshoot.
Yeah, I didn't really. The second season wasn't as good as the first one.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, the actor they had taken over the main dude, it's just different personality or something. The other guy was a bit more, I don't know, just a bit more interesting.
Yeah.
like his personality. The other guy's just a bit, I'm this guy.
That's from what I've been told. That's kind of what it's like in the books. Like
Every
the
time he
yeah,
sleeves, yeah.
yeah, the person. It's the same person, just a different sleeve. But you would expect the same type of mannerisms and that sort of stuff to carry over.
Yeah. He's just more serious in the second season, where in the first one he's kind of a bit of a, not a joker, but
Yeah, yeah.
just fucks with people and just got a bit more depth. But then, you're relying on actors.
Yeah.
Animated season would be better because you could kind of make them the same. It's a good concept, though. I like it.
I'm just looking for what this paint is that I got to double up on. Wild Rider Red.
I definitely don't have that.
It's a more of an orange color. It's definitely like an orcish color.
Orange would be good. I don't have anything that's too orange.
Yeah, it's like, why do I have two of this? Like,
Yeah.
I don't think either of them are open.
I've done that before too, though. Especially since there's new contrasts, I sort of want to get a good selection. I don't use them for everything. It's just it's nice to be lazy sometimes, and sometimes it's just easier.
Actually, I'm going to put that together. Here it is. The plague surgeon that I got a month ago or something like that. I finally brought it up from the garage and I'm like, yeah, I'll put that together.
Plague Surgeon.
Yeah, it was on the front of one of those Conquest magazines.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think you showed me.
Has a giant drill.
Oh yeah, I know the one.
Did you see the latest Miniac video?
No.
Him and Squigma had a showdown for who has the most.
Guy with the long hair.
No, they're well, one of them's I want to say Swedish, and the other one's the guy with glasses from the States.
Oh, okay.
They had a showdown for Pile of Shame.
Oh, okay.
And they had to one up each other either by like rarity or pure volume. Oh yeah. They got a lot of stuff that they haven't painted.
I bet. Yeah, I don't know really individual ones, although sometimes I saw a dude who did like a 24-hour paint challenge.
Yeah.
Like, and then tried to paint a whole starter set or something, like for one of the Warhammer. I think it was Warhammer Chaos or something. But didn't get there. It ended up taking another 24 hours to finish them. That's the problem if you're a perfectionist.
Was that all of the gobbos?
No, that's. I think he might have done that too. But this was Chaos Warriors fantasy that I saw.
Okay. Yeah, he did a whole lot of gobbo stuff as well. I know the guy you're talking about.
Yeah, he's got like long hair, no beard. That guy. I don't know the name. I thought it was one of those Squidmar or some shit. I don't know.
No, Squigmar. Squigmar does a few really a few good videos every now and again. Like most of his videos are good, but like when I say good, like it interests me.
Yeah, yeah. We'll have to do a challenge one day. That'd be good. How many games we can play in so long or something. I mean, you could do one of these and try and have like a focus, like you paint a full team of something.
Oh well, yeah. Not that it's something that we would normally do, but those box sets for Infinity,
Which ones?
Infinity.
Oh, okay.
I swear that the place near me was selling them for about $40 for 6 or 7 miniatures or something, and that's basically your team right there or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Then it doesn't really catch me, that one.
yeah, no, it's more
Something
just
about it.
the miniatures actually look decent.
No, I'm sure they do. I mean, you know, everyone's making pretty good miniatures. I've just been trying to. It's difficult. I get I've got so many kill teams to finish. I've got about 5 or 6 ones to finish. I'm gonna have to really get onto those soon.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, the last days I just wanted to get like and then I can just always play it, and just add a few here and there. But once that's done, I'll be able to get back into the gas zones and the kill teams. But as I was saying, like human miniatures are heaps. I painted all these within a week, like just in the evening.
Yeah.
And I've got you only need like 5 to 6 miniatures for a team, so it's one of those ones that's really easy to get into. And I find the actual human miniatures are easy to paint. The science fiction ones are all got all these bits and pieces and additions. The humans just have like a shirt and a t-shirt, shorts and a pair of boots or something. It's really easy. There's not really much complexity. And you can get some good ones, like the little Japanese schoolgirl one I painted is pretty cool. I like her. Went a bit. This one's based on Simone with a leopard print skirt and stuff.
Yeah.
So I love that one. It's cool. Yeah, you saw that site Hassle-Free Miniatures. That one I saw.
Yeah.
You can pretty much just pick your characters. There's some really interesting miniatures. It's really fun.
Let's clean these up. Really?
Oh, everything's flickering.
Flickering?
Yeah, like on the screen. On my end, everything looks like it's flickering. Definitely demons and shit. Yeah, actually, is it all right on the feed?
Yeah,
because mine's going crazy.
No, it looks fine.
Now it's stopped altogether. Interesting. All right, as long as it's working there, that's all that matters. Can you do like an analytics thing on this?
Yeah, it should have the same metrics as what the videos have when it gets finished.
Oh, right, okay.
what we might try one time is just streaming just to Twitch to see, because it's a completely different audience.
Oh yeah,
Twitch are actually there to watch
streams.
Yeah, where YouTube isn't, and I watch a lot of painter streams.
I don't think I've ever seen Twitch. I don't even know what it is, really. Pretty ignorant of that sort of stuff. So my screen's definitely not glitching out. Just double checking because it's really bad on my end.
Yeah, no, I can't. I can't see it glitching out.
It's just so far delayed.
Are you watching the stream or OBS?
OBS.
Yeah, no, it's not flickering. What I can see.
No. I just have to pray it's working.
Is it your monitor? Like.
Yeah, just no, it's just OBS.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's not. It's not flickering from on this end.
Alright, that's cool. I just want to look at it, it's easier. It's funny when you paint zombies and they're humans, you have this tendency, I want to paint really bold colours. Then you realise most people don't really dress in really bold colours. Most people are fairly plain and dull looking. So I'm trying to make some duller zombies that aren't in bright colours.
You could just paint them bright and then just put a really thick wash of dark wash over the top of them. Of Agrax or something.
Yeah, I realised when I was playing last days, I've got to find some miniatures that have shittier equipment. Because I think it kind of adds to the game if you don't, you could easily arm everyone with really good stuff.
Yeah.
I think you'd be better off just arming them with really crap stuff. Because it just makes it more fun. Makes the zombies a lot harder and scarier as well.
I was watching a video the other day. Shit. I forget who it was, but they someone's, I don't know how old the video was, is producing miniatures specifically for magnetization.
Oh, okay. So you just swap the bits out?
Like they have the insets to put a magnet in there right from the start.
Oh, so when you buy it, it's just already got it?
Oh no, it won't have the magnet, but it will have the socket to put the magnet in.
Oh, okay.
Like they've already thought, people want to magnetize this, so let's make a range of miniatures with magnetization sockets.
I really don't understand why people haven't done that before. Design miniatures specifically around that. It just makes. I suppose they want to sell more miniatures. So I've just answered my own question. Yeah, I really think you could. You're onto something there.
Oh, I'll have to find out who it was. Also, I started watching. So that. Yeah. So two things. That guy that I sent you that was painting the MDF terrain. Turns out he's actually the owner of Knights of Dice. Or co-owner or something. And he was doing his own range of miniatures as well. But the Kickstarter didn't actually go through, so...
I didn't?
No.
Right.
But yeah, I saw... Who was it last night? Someone was making stalagmites using a heat gun and plastic bags. And the end result was actually really good. It didn't look like a stalagmite, but it looked like a sort of like a stalagmite, a spider's nest that was like in a stalagmite shape.
Oh, okay.
It looked good, but I'm dubious about heating up plastic bags.
Yeah, well, only kill you once.
I've never actually like I'm curious about like these Infinity miniatures, more because I've never actually put any other miniatures together from any other company. So
Oh, yeah, okay. I've done so many, it's ridiculous. But most of them, not a lot that have like multi-part things and
yeah,
stuff. I haven't really, because like most of the old school ones I have are all just, the miniature's just the miniature basic.
yeah. I'm just curious about like, because putting all these multi-part things with Games Workshop, you just like, man, they really designed this well. Like everything just fits in perfectly, well, most of the time.
I think, yeah, as I was saying, I think that review I did on the Chaos Warrior one, I think that's probably the best kit that I put together. It was amazing. But just the precision of it, everything was just so perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, that was. Oops. Looks like my screen stopped glitching. It's a start. It's giving me vertigo, man. I'm looking at my screen and glitching out.
I'm gonna have to find this the instructions for this plague surgeon, because there's a few little bits and pieces that are cut off.
You got a what? Cut off bits?
No, there was a few bits and pieces that I cut off the sprue, and I can't figure out where to put them. Oh yeah, I found my old Rogue Trader pile of pages as well.
Do you have the actual original one?
Yeah, but it's like the whole thing's falling apart.
Oh, right. Mine's in mint, hey. My Rogue Trader's in real good condition. I got all this original Slaves to Darkness ones too.
I've been trying to find that. That's easily like 100 plus.
Oh, really? Well, I've got a few.
A few copies of it, or
No. They made a couple. Like I'd have to look back through. I've just packed everything away into boxes, all my books, like all my role play stuff and games. Besides the ones I'm playing at the moment,
Yeah.
everything's packed away, unfortunately.
Okay, I found out where to put these things. I think. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, okay, I see what it is. The things I cut off were these little vials that go on his belt.
Oh yeah.
I had no clue where they went though. Hmm. So I went to the doctor's yesterday, or it was the day before, I forget. And I go in there, and the seat that you usually sit at, which is normally like right next to where his desk is, other side of the room, and it's just like, okay, this is crazy.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I got some Thai takeaway last night, and I went in. I couldn't really understand what the chick was saying, but she wouldn't let me come anywhere near her at the counter. And then she wouldn't even, like, even with the money that I gave her, she was like basically reeling from me. You know what I mean? Like when she, and like just touched the money and stuff. It was really weird. Hey, I was just like, this is so strange. I feel like a freaking leper or something. Probably the least likely person to have it anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, I work for myself in a shed out in the middle of nowhere, so I have very little contact with people.
Well, in her defense, like you were in Lismore.
True. And I did just have all new tattoos, so I look like I'm some sort of junkie.
Was it all bandaged up?
No, I wasn't bandaged up, but it should have been. I should have that would have been cool actually. Should have just started sneezing or something.
Oh, you know that cafe that we went to that one time down Stones?
Yeah.
They they're really active on Instagram, and Amy saw a clip they did last night, where it's just like, oh, worried about like that you may be infected, like come see us, we'll test your temperature, and like they're fully just playing it up, and then they're like, oh, if someone sneezes, we'll disinfect them for you, and start spraying them with like disinfectant.
Right.
And yeah, it was golden. Like they really take the mickey out of themselves a lot.
Well, that's refreshing.
Oh, what the hell?
Was that the one we sat in and ate at last time?
It was there. We sat out the front.
It's kind of a larger one.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh no, that was 63.
Oh, right, okay.
The one halfway down the main street. I think we sat there. I don't know.
Can't remember. Don't even know what I did yesterday.
I really have to start playing around with green stuff. Everyone uses it. I can't figure out how to use it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's not that hard. You can get that other stuff, that milliput as well works alright. Depends if you just like filling gaps or you're trying to add something. Just that hobby stuff, that milliput is pretty good. Like just for filling gaps if you want to just get rid of, between arm joins and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't even bother, right?
Oh no, this plague surgeon, like, either I'm reading it wrong, or the Games Workshop little diagram they gave suggests using green stuff to make more cape.
Ah,
Which that's weird for Games Workshop to.
that doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
They're not big on conversions.
You've seen those the Orc AT-ATs that are floating around at the moment?
I don't know, maybe not.
I'll find one in a second, send it through.
I don't know if have you noticed anyone come on the channel? I don't think so.
No.
It is live, hey?
Yeah.
You'd at least. Who knows? We'll have a look at the stats afterwards. Must have found a way to weaponize Corona and make it online as well. I'm sure the media could convince everyone of that.
Okay, I swear I'm not. Okay, that's amazing.
Did you send me a pic? Oh, yeah. What am I looking at here? Oh, cool. What's with those heads?
They've cut the bell off one of the miniatures that I'm using and put it onto it.
That'd be cool for like a unique miniature. Looks alright.
See these? I'm actually following 40k on here. Yeah, I have no clue where I saw this
No clue about what?
where I saw these Orc AT-ATs.
Oh, yeah. I saw they did like some orcs with World War II German stuff. They look cool. Like in uniforms and stuff. Helmets and Where would the world be without Null Oil?
I know.
De-evolved. Who would I be if I could actually not drop something? Yeah, did you see there was a warning issued about flights from Sydney to Ballina?
No.
Apparently, like people who had confirmed infections of corona had been on those flights.
Dirty Byron Bay people.
I know, bloody hippies. Well, Byron Bay's full of yuppies. It's not full of hippies. In the 70s, it was had hippies, but it's just still full of rich people.
Byron Bay in the 90s? Or early 90s? Nah, maybe. Yeah, 90s. I'll just say 90s. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Good. In the 2000s, nah. Byron Bay was a trash hole.
Nah, it's just full of... That's why they've got so much homeless right now. No one can even afford to rent there.
Yeah.
So all the locals just basically got forced into the street.
Yeah, I will sometime. I just sent you pictures of the AT-ATs.
Oh, you found it? I'll just have a look. Oh, hell yeah. That's pretty cool. Does someone just kit bash that, like, just out of all bits?
The red, and shit? Yeah, the red one is apparently all Warhammer kit bashing. The other one is, who knows? The other one.
That's a bit of a work of art.
Yeah, in the post he said what he used for each things.
Yeah, wow. Looks like there's some rhinos and different things in there. It would have cost a bit.
Yeah.
To get all those parts. This is silly.
I forget who it was. I think it was the girl that got that got the takedown from Green Stuff World. I think she did a...
what are they called? Yeah, I've seen a couple of their things. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I think she was the one that did the... I forget the... terrain box set. It's the it's the what's it called? It's like a cathedral.
Oh, the Citadel one?
Yeah.
Sanctorum.
Yeah.
Sanctorus. Yeah.
I think it was her that they put together like multiple boxes of that.
What, and sent it to her? Oh, yeah, you're right, actually. Do that.
Like, I really want to do that, but I just don't have the cash to buy like 50 boxes of that.
Yeah. Maybe if we had a popular channel, we could. Because some of those guys, that's what they do. They use their money they get from their channels to buy shit.
But
like that.
I was thinking about this the other day when I was saying about I was going to go crazy making terrain. I'm going to make a lot of multi-story street facades and that sort of stuff for last days and all that sort of stuff.
Well, I used my terrain that I bought for this other game, Wild West Exodus. It's sort of like cowboy saloons, buildings, and sheriff's offices and that, but it actually worked quite well with Last Days. I didn't really look that bad, but we used it. What I don't have is stuff like roads, like proper roads and things like that. I use some of my Gaslands bigger vehicles, like the dump truck I've got, and then the petrol tanker, and they actually looked like they were in scale. I think they're slightly larger scale. There's
How high?
1 for 43 is the scale that they recommend for last days.
What scale?
1 for 43, like for cars and vehicles and shit.
Yeah. How high do you reckon what's it called? A gutter, like a curbside gutter. How high you reckon that is? Like 15 centimeters?
What, in real life?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably 20, 30. Depends on the gutter, like what it's for.
Oh, just a standard one. I think it's about 15 high. Something like that. I'm just wondering what scale that would be in, because you might be able to get away with putting a piece of 3mm MDF and just cut strips of like chunks of 3mm MDF and just put it on top of that. And that easily could be your curbside gutter.
Yeah, I know, but then you've got to realise that the rest, like your curb is usually on the same level as your grass above it, you know what I mean? So it would stick up in the air then by itself, you know?
Oh no, I'm talking about like you have like a base plate and then you cut out giant chunks of the other 3mm and just stick it on top, and you basically score along the edges for your curb and guttering, and you basically paint that and you flock the rest of it as grass.
Oh, okay.
I gotta go and buy. Well, when I do this, I gotta go and buy a bunch of flock at some place, if places are even open.
Yeah, well, Irresistible Force is probably the best place. Or do they have flock? They have all that
I think
shit.
they've shut down.
What, completely?
I saw something the other day.
Or just for this?
Just for the corona.
Yeah, hype bullshit. Yeah. Yeah, okay.
I saw him post a message. It may have just been a "we'll stay 10 feet away from you" type thing. But
Might have just been their game section, you know, like where people can just come and play. You wouldn't think they'd shut their shop down. It'd be a bit extreme.
yeah.
How the hell are they going to make money? Well, they do have an online, actually. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, I did.
There's that ex-emperor or emperor or whatever. It's got an M, not an E. For emperor. That's one of the biggest ones in Australia. They seem to be good. Shipping's free over 70. Someone got it to me on one of our chats, like on one of the videos I did.
Oh yeah, the Sydney one. Here's how the responding changes taking effect from 20th of March.
There's really not much in Australia though. Like, it's hard to find terrain for certain things.
Well, the Knights of Dice guys. It's only like 2 or 3 guys in Melbourne doing it. They have their laser cutter and miniature spinning up cyclic thing, whatever it is.
Oh yeah. They've got their own miniature range.
I think he bought the machine thinking, oh yeah, it's going to be like easy to do that. So he starts looking into sculpting it, and he was telling the story about how he's working with some guy, and he's basically like spent a ton of money getting stuff sculpted, and then he's just like, okay, now I'm gonna have to get make the molds for these and that. So I think they do have their own range.
Okay.
Okay, trading hours will stay the same. General retail shopping is to adopt social distancing. If you order online, you'll still be able to pick it up. Online orders will be the same. games room can only have a maximum of 16 people at one time.
Yeah, that's what I thought they'd limit, if anything.
Retail storefront, a maximum of 6 people at one time.
Really? What are you going to kick people out?
Probably.
It's kind of weird. That's very strange.
Well, you think of their layout. Their layout isn't the largest layout, so if you got to keep distancing, there's not that many people you can fit in there if you're keeping distancing.
Yeah.
I really want to go and pick up more terrain. I got the terrain bug after doing those MDF things.
Yeah, you haven't made a video about one yet, though, dude.
I know.
Better get off your ass.
No, I actually want to do from scratch, not an MDF one, like, but an actual, like, let's just build stuff from just pieces of trash.
Yeah, why not?
Problem I've got at the moment is, do I base this guy now?
I'm going to have to do that with mine too, so... I like to just do them all at once.
Oh no, I'm thinking about, do I stick into a base or not?
Alright.
Because they're just annoying to paint when they're on bases. Oh yeah, whatever. That's okay. Yeah, the problem with what I'm doing at the moment, working from home, it isn't really a problem. It's just like my work ethic is like really good. Where like I've got all these distractions around me, and basically I'm not distracted at all. So,
well, that's like me, man. You know, I've worked at home for ages. You just got to be on it.
Yeah.
I usually find them better at home working.
Yeah. I've run out of glue.
I've passed you some, but we're about 200 kilometers apart.
Oh no, I've got another glue downstairs. I just don't want to walk downstairs because I can't walk downstairs at the moment. Oh, there it is. Yeah, no, so, like, and I was telling people about it because there's all these memes going around about working from home at the moment, and how, like, I think one of the ones I saw was like some guy gets contacted by someone at his work going, oh yeah, like, we know that you're working from home and stuff, and that's all cool, but can you please, like, not watch porn between calls? Because he's remote desktoped in, and like everyone can see what he's looking at on his PC at the office.
Oh wow, that's not embarrassing.
Yeah. So it's just this whole meme at the moment that like, oh yeah, anyone working from home's like slacking off, and it's just like, guys, there are people working from home that, well, one, they've been told because they're infected or whatever, and the others are working from home because they don't want to get infected, because if they get infected, they're probably going to die because of other medical issues, which is kind of what I'm doing because of my asthma and other respiratory issues.
Yeah, well, it is a respiratory one, isn't it, this thing?
Yeah.
That's where it attacks first.
So, like, I'm working from home, like, I've got this whole guilt factor happening that's like, hey, I'm at home, like, I'm probably going to start an hour early and actually finish an hour later because I'm not doing things as fast as I normally would be at the office because of lag and all that sort of stuff, but I'm working more than I would be working, and then all of these people are like, oh yeah, you're working from home, so you're slacking off. And it's like, no, I'm not.
Sounds like you're trying too hard. Everyone else is slacking off, I'm sure.
Well, there's still stuff to do. If it was basically me sitting here going, well, I could fix that, but that doesn't really need to be fixed because it's working at the moment. Like, there's stuff that I'm doing, there's constant stuff that I have to do. Okay, that's stuck together, I'll leave that. Do I go downstairs and grab all of the empty boxes and just start making shit? No,
Don't know.
I'll keep painting. I'll be good. Yeah, so all that's stopping me from doing Gaslands at the moment is I just have to mount this vice, um, so I don't accidentally drill a hole in my hand. And I've got to figure out what the best thing to strip back this paint is.
On the cars,
Yeah.
you just use a paint stripper. Just get one from Bunnings. I got one.
What's the brand that you got? Because I was looking at Bunnings for.
Oh shit! Where did I put that?
Oh, don't worry.
It's on my video. It's on that video where I do
Yeah, I'll grab that.
the 4 cars for Gaslands, the slime team build. That video we did.
Yeah.
That one, it's on there. What I'm using, I don't actually, because I'm packing shit away. I don't even know where it is.
No, it's all good.
But it works really good. It's like, I reckon, about 2 minutes, and then you just start moving it around a bit, and it just it takes it all off, like in your hands, basically.
Like what's the smell like?
It's not too bad.
Yeah.
Like, you're talking to someone who works with.
Oh no,
steel.
I'm talking about like, do I need to be in a ventilated area and that sort of stuff?
No, I don't know. I don't
we
really
totally don't have
like
lead
that.
poisoning from early miniature making.
Well, that's probably why I don't care. It hasn't killed me yet, then it's going all right.
So how much of your smithing stuff have you packed up, or is that the last to be done?
That'll be the last, I would say, because I've got to make money. So
Yeah, true. Yeah, but so for terrain, what I'm planning on doing is a whole bunch of modular hills that you can easily just put on top of each other.
yeah,
Just so we can build up hill levels, that sort of stuff.
I do have all that stuff. See, but I designed it for when I was doing historical war gaming,
Yeah,
and all of it's in 15mm scale. Like, all of my trees and all of my built-up areas and stuff are all 15mm, and hills. I've got heaps of that stuff. It's just the wrong scale
yeah.
for like the games we're currently playing.
Depending on the price, it doesn't really interest me, but at the same time, I'm kind of interested. Would you get into Epic if they brought it out and they had decent
yeah.
rules?
That's my favorite scale, man. The smaller the scale, the better, I reckon. I don't really stuff. Epic I was always into. And then they just, but Games Workshop, they bring something out, then they shut it down and never support it.
Yeah.
I just can't support them. I hate their business model. Like, it's just so ridiculous. They've got all these games sitting around that they have, and then they keep like making them, and then not supporting them, and getting rid of them, and then re-releasing.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck you guys. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sort of over it. Something, I don't know if there's any other Epic. Oh, there is. There's what's that one that I was looking into? There is an Epic scale kind of science fiction game that they have. I think it's 10 mil. Just trying to think what it's called. You got like these drop ships and stuff. Oh, drop fleet commander. That's it. Drop ship commander. I've got a team for that, post-Human Republic team for that, but again, I've got no one to play it with, so it's just sitting there gathering dust.
Yeah.
But it looked alright. That's half the problem with gaming, isn't it? Finding people to play games that aren't Games Workshop. Because I've got vaults of fucking hundreds of games.
Wow. That picked up all of that car. Yeah, Amy and I were talking last night about like end game scenarios of like, do we go back down to Ballina if all breaks loose up here?
Oh, what you're doing?
Well, because if her store closes down, well, not when I say closes down, like just closes because they're forced to close. They close.
Temporary.
Yeah. Are we gonna stay up here because I can work from wherever? So,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't see why your job has to be in office.
no.
And I mean, you're trustworthy enough that you're going to be working,
Yeah.
even not at work. I mean, some people you probably couldn't do that for, but I'm pretty sure you're pretty diligent.
Been there for long enough. I've said to the CEO multiple times, it's just like, yeah, no, I'm in a position where it's like I would rather there's no way I would let people just destroy this company around me. I've spent way too much time getting it to helping getting it to where it is. That yeah, like he knows how I feel about people slacking off. And I don't think they doubt my work ethic. So
No. Well, why do you think they give you like 20 projects to do at once?
there's that.
It's because you don't say no.
But yeah, if yeah, if we do go down to Valina, there's a hell of a lot we can do while on weekends and that sort of stuff. Because easily be able to have someone mind Ellie, so don't have to worry about that aspect.
You're cutting out again
Oh, yeah, just saying, like, if we do end up going down there, I'll have people to look over Ellie on weekends. So
there. Yeah. Yeah, that does help being in your family, mate.
yeah, that's the main issue we have up here.
Exactly.
I'm kind of still freaking out about this eye operation. Like, how much will I be able to see afterwards?
What's that? Sorry?
I'm kind of freaking out about this eye operation.
Oh, you'll be right, I reckon. Didn't they say it would be better?
Yeah.
Was it like just a degeneration kind of thing?
Yeah.
I've noticed my eyes have got worse a bit too. Like, and I've always had perfect. I'm a bit short-sighted. I never used to be. Bloody age.
One guy got me to do this thing one time with my eye. Oh, never again. He he was in the U.S. military and that sort of stuff, and apparently they fix their eyes before they go over, or they get free eye surgery. I don't know what the hell the deal is. And he was like, "Oh yeah, like if you put your fingers on either side of your eye and squeeze, you can feel the cornea detach." Yeah, that was the worst thing for me to do. That wasn't the cause of this.
How long have we been doing this? 2 hours?
Yeah, yeah, three live for 3.
Yeah. Well, I finished 2 zombies. And got a bit done on this guy.
What time is it? It's 11. I haven't even had breakfast. Couldn't be bothered. It's really funny looking at the stream. I'm putting this contrast over the top of the white, and
Yeah.
the white's giving so much glare that you can hardly see the contrast paint being put on there. It just looks like it's really washed out.
Yeah. At least your camera actually looks alright. Mine looks like shit. I have to do a couple of bit behind on the filming thing too. I have to get onto episodes.
I was unable to find any information. Like, I didn't really look too hard on that Death Guard team that won.
If we're going to get like a ship on this one, you'd have to start pretty early.
Sorry?
I think with these live stream capture, like US,
Yeah.
sort of, you'd have to start at like 6 in the morning or something.
Yeah. Well, what's going to happen is I think I'm going to start streaming painting in the mornings on Twitch. Because a lot of people I've been seeing, it kind of sucks at the moment because I want to get some latex gloves for painting, so I'm not smudging stuff. But yeah, all of that type of stuff is currently in demand at the moment, so I can't really get any. But yeah, anyhow, a lot of people I was watching, they would basically stream before going to work. So they would be up at like 5 or 6 doing live streams, which is good for me because they're live streaming at like 10 o'clock at night or 8 at night or something like that. But yeah, thinking about doing the same thing, but for the opposite, for reverse for the Americans. One last one.
You're brave.
Oh, I haven't been saying anything.
I haven't.
No.
Sorry. I just hear. I don't hear anything else. I think.
Oh, it's probably Ellie watching my videos or the random planes that are going across. I said to Amy last night, there's a plane that goes across like clockwork every night at 9 o'clock, and I'm like, I can't wait until like the world gets a little bit more crapper and planes aren't coming in at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, that's it.
It's kind of a selfish thing to say, but like it ruins anything we try and do watching movies and that sort of stuff, because we'd be watching like either Walking Dead or Game of Thrones every night after Ellie would go to sleep, and you'd always have to pause it right at 9 o'clock every night.
Yeah, right.
contemplating paying for Foxtel Now again, just so I can finish The Walking Dead.
Is it still worth watching?
It gets a lot better in the later seasons.
I've only really seen scattered bits of the first couple of seasons. I haven't really.
Yeah, when it starts getting into I think it's called All Out War, which is like season 6 and 7 or something, where it's full on like survivors versus survivors, and it's just like, oh, screw the zombies, like they're nothing, like they're just, we can deal with those, we just can't deal with all of these other people.
That's pretty much how it'll go anyway.
Yeah. That storyline with Negan and that was really, like, that's really good. I kind of have to skip everything to stop spoiling it in case you watch it, because there's a lot of big events in it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they don't have it on Netflix.
No, it's definitely a Fox thing. Because I think AMC's, like, it's done by AMC. I think AMC, the wing of Fox or something.
Oh, right.
But apparently, I don't know how. Well, I'm not actually big into it. Apparently, AMC have their own streaming service for horror movies.
Oh.
Like, when I say horror movies, I'm talking about like the rare, obscure ones.
Kind of B-grade ones.
Yeah, a lot of the B-grade ones.
Which are the best anyway?
Yeah, when I say the obscure ones, the ones that are made by like people that actually care about the genre and not just like jump scare shit. I only found that out the other day watching this channel, a guy talking about this cannibal guy that there used to be a site or something ages ago called Cannibal Cafe that people would go there to basically meet up and just like
eat each other.
Sorry?
That one without eating each other.
Yeah, but it was like more of a roleplay thing of like they would just talk about their fetish for that or something like that, and then some guy actually did find someone on there that literally wanted to be eaten, so he ate him. Yeah, so I think it was that video the guy was talking about how AMC has this other channel dedicated just to horror movies and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, right.
The guy does weird videos on all different internet myths and other strange tales from the internet and that sort of stuff.
Did you see the new zombie one? Rob Zombie one?
No.
3 from Hell or whatever it's called. It's not too bad.
I've got to watch some of his stuff. I've never watched anything of his.
Oh, dude, you should be. Well, House of a Thousand Corpses is a must-watch. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a really good movie. There's another one about the Salem witches. I can't remember what that one's. Well, Devil's Rejects is just part 2 of the House of a Thousand Corpses. It's just more violent, but I like the House of a Thousand Corpses because it's a bit more esoteric and sort of crazy.
Yeah.
Pretty out there.
Video I was watching, he just talked about Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm like, please don't make him stop playing that game. good thing about this flat brush that I'm using, you can get a whole lot of paint into really hard to get places.
Are you using one for your contrast?
Yeah.
Yeah, I use this one. It's kind of really like fat, and then it goes to a thing, but it's like a really big brush.
Yeah.
It's pretty good too. Like you really get it focused where you want it, even though it's a huge brush, and it can hold a lot of the paint. Sorry. But yeah, so the flat one works well too.
Yeah, the flat one, like when you see like this really small gap, the flat one just goes straight down into it. Okay, I'm gonna try and do this. You know I forget the unit name. It was the cultist guy with the burning book and all that sort of stuff.
Oh yeah, there's some sort of dark sorcerer kind of thing.
Dark Apostle.
Yeah, some shit like that. I remember when you. He's got the little familiar dudes, hey?
Yeah. I'll keep him for later.
Have you got yourself any Vallejo things?
No, not yet.
They are good. I just love the bottles so much better than the Games Workshop ones. Drop bottles are the way to go. They last you forever.
so annoyed that for the longest time I had no clue that I was using gloss null oil.
Oh, yeah, that's a bad move.
But it was good right from the start because I was doing Necrons, so they were a little bit glossier, not shine. I was going to ask if there was anyone touring currently that I should be aware of, but...
A what?
I was going to ask if anyone was touring that I should be aware of, but yeah, the virus.
Faith No More.
Oh,
but yeah,
shit.
That'll be cancelled for sure. And Mr. Bungle.
Are they definitely doing a Bungle slideshow?
Yep. Well, they were.
Okay, I'd definitely go to the Bungle slideshow.
Yeah, I've seen Faith No More about 5 times, but I haven't seen Mr. Bungle live. That'd be pretty cool. Be pretty crazy.
You're hungry? Okay, I'll get some lunch in a second. I'm gonna have to get Ellie some lunch.
Yeah, I'll probably have to go in a sec too. I'm getting the eyes. Do you want to shut it down?
Yeah, in a second. Finish what we're doing. Bad thing about these custodies is the weapons are really flimsy, and I think I've broken off, or almost broken off, the spikes.
Yeah, okay.
Polearms.
They're pretty big models. I'm surprised that they're flimsy.
Oh, just these like spikes that come off. Like it's.
Oh, not like Bakari, man. They have like spikes everywhere. And break.
kill this in a second. I might actually jump back on to Twitch in a bit.
Sorry, you
I might jump onto Twitch in a little bit.
Twitch.
I'll send some links through to some Twitch streamers that are good to watch.
Yeah.
It's like when you're painting and that sort of stuff, it's actually like really good. Like just rather than like battle reps and that sort of stuff, like these guys will just sit there and just like as they're painting, they're just talking about different models they've done, their opinions on different things, like different types of paints, techniques, that sort of stuff.
Pretty much what we're doing.
Yeah, it's interesting. So, but I follow a few really good ones. One Aussie guy as well. So
Okay.
from Melbourne, he doesn't actually do it that often, but I've seen him more often the last few weeks than the last few months.
Well, you want to shut this down?
Yeah, I'll shut this down in a second. Like now.